God bless you.
For only $2.99 a day, LES powers life's sweetest moments and keeps all your summer treats icy cold and ready. Learn more at les.com/value.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Old School with DP and J.
There's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just is spent differently because it's turned over and created so in full. And oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness. Mm-hmm. And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three. And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Hey, welcome in on a Friday. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland, excited to be with you here for another, well, I would say 2 hours, but really an hour and a half since those fools on the happy hour took our time. That's all right. Stricky, I know you're making weekend plans. You good? You locked in for an hour and a half with me?
I'm locked in.
I got you here.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in, my boy.
Okay.
For sure.
So I like to hear.
It's Friday. I'm gonna be putting up some posts, some old flashbacks, maybe a couple of basketball flashbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Or something. Or I'm gonna throw something out there on my Instagram, eStrick2020 today, or on Twitter, eStrick20. Just a little flashback Friday, and it's another beautiful day as well, man. Just so grateful just to be in the land of the living, clothed in my right mind, and here on the block with my boy. But I think Triggy Nicky, he's real shaky today. They kind of just took over. Didn't want to give us no love. Didn't want to chat with us. Didn't want to nothing. What's going on?
See, that's just the thing. Not only did they go super long, which again, okay, they had a good conversation with Open Doors. Go check that out wherever you get your podcasts. But they went long. Okay, that's offensive. Like, you're not going to give us our showtime. On the Block is from 2 to 4, not
Right.
2:30 to 4. And then the audacity to finally wise up and get some brains and some smarts in the room. Then they kick us out of like 5 minutes. They don't even want to talk to us. Like,
yeah,
what's up with those guys?
Yeah.
They want it both ways. It's offensive from both angles.
It hurts my heart and it hurts my feelings, and I ain't happy about it.
No.
But I got a win though on Thursday.
You did, by the hair on your chin.
Another push.
You nailed the push.
That's 2 in a row.
You also almost cost yourself by holding on to that final edge for too long. So that's going to be replayed for decades to come. Dave is going to put that on his, going to be his phone background. That's going to be his ringtone. He's going to be Washington. And Dave's just going to burn in Dave until
Dave,
the next shootout with Strick.
Yeah, it's all good, Dave. It's all good. It's great to be playing with the listeners here on 93.7 The Ticket, the challengers. You guys do a good job of challenging me, and so I enjoy it, man. I'm grateful that you guys get to come in and hang out with us.
Breaking news: Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins in agreement on a new contract. Stricky,
Trouble.
4 years, $212.4 million.
Trouble.
You not buying? Shaky?
Kind of shaky. Because I don't know. Well, I think that's a great question to ask Shaky Jakey.
Jake Sorensen, if you're in the building, please come up and defend your franchise quarterback.
Because that's what I would want to know. I would want to know how they really feel about him if he's able to. Because if he's not, obviously they were probably too good to get in the race of getting any of the quarterbacks that came out to start afresh. But now that you invest and you go this level with the quarterback, you're invested.
Mm-hmm.
You've already got a lot of money invested in Tyreek Hill,
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah. You've got a lot of money, especially on the offensive side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that's going to move the needle for you? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if I like him. I think there's just so many other risks. If I was going to do a contract like that, I probably would have thrown some provisions in there just in case.
Injury provisions,
some return of the bonus, because we don't know. I mean, you're literally maybe one tackle, one concussion away from never playing again. And, so hopefully it works out for them. I mean, I like the guy. I think he's a good character guy. He's good for the organization. I think so. It's just a matter if you believe that he's one of one for you to take you there. And I just don't know if he's shown me that.
Didn't show it in the playoffs on the road against Kansas City, right? Yeah. Miami's run game was really good. Couldn't depend on that. The Chiefs shut it down. Tua wasn't able to make plays. And some of that's on him. Some of it's on, Tyreek falling down, right? Getting bullied at the line of scrimmage. But this is the style that Miami has locked themselves into. So now, to me, the question is, can Miami get to host it, right? Can they get into the 2, 3, or the 4 position and at least host a first round game? Or can they get, to the 2 seed potentially and host those first 2 games? Because, it's only 1 game of sample size. That's not a lot. But that Dolphins team looked completely out of sorts, like a fish out of water, you might say, in Kansas City in the cold. And the AFC's really the cold conference.
Yeah.
Think about the teams that are running the AFC right now. It's Kansas City. Yep. It's Buffalo. And then it was New England for a while. Pittsburgh's always tough in that conversation.
You gotta watch out. Isn't the Jets in there too? I mean,
Jets are. Jets don't even get shaky. They're just bad.
I think though. I mean, I don't know. I really do believe that their defense is still pretty good. I just don't know. Like, you just don't know what you're going to get from Aaron Rodgers after not playing for 2 years. So, but if he can somehow spark their offense, you might have something there. I don't know. We'll see.
4 years, $212.4 million for Tua Tagovailoa. That preempted our Canadians are cheaters segment. We'll touch on that. We'll get to some other Olympic thoughts as the opening ceremonies are today. LeBron and Coco Gauff carrying the United States flag in for Team USA. We'll talk a little Olympics here in hour 1, and then a lot of college athletics, kind of big picture, right? The guys on Happy Hour had their NIL discussion. We're going to talk more about the roster limits, especially the 105 for football, the 15 for basketball, and then 34 for baseball. Why those numbers are important, maybe in some volleyball numbers in there as well. We want your thoughts all show long. Your thoughts on Tua's contract, your thoughts on Team USA, any Olympic thoughts. But the segment we're going to have next is, what are your favorite sports in the Olympics to watch once every 4 years? You don't get into outside of the Olympics, but they're on your TV, for the next 2.5, 3 weeks or so. You're like, hey, this is fun. I need to watch more of this. And then you forget it. We'll talk about our favorite sports to watch, just how bad Team Canada cheated in soccer, and plenty more. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA on Saturday, August 10th at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 9 fights are scheduled for the night, including professional lightweight and welterweight bouts, and the main event of Donnie Bush versus Micah Washington in the professional welterweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the MMA fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with a roof credit.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Play ball! Looking for the ultimate change-up from the typical family night? How about a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers? Then unleash the fun at Haymarket Park with an action-packed, thrilling season of Salt Dogs baseball. Choose from 50 home games now through August with daily and weekly specials your whole pack can enjoy, including group discounts. Don't miss out on the magic and the excitement. Strike 3, you're out! Visit saltdogs.com to reserve your tickets today. Unleash the fun.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Old School with DP and J.
There's California money, and it's a different kind of money. Hollywood money just it's spent differently because it's turned over and created. So in full, and oh, by the way, it's the right kind of money when it comes to, because we're in the era now of name, image, and likeness.
Mm-hmm.
And the California schools have that better than everybody else.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, we made it. The Olympics are here. Opening ceremonies taking place in Paris right now. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland. Not in Paris. Not yet, at least. Maybe someday. Well, you been to Paris, Stricky?
I have.
What do you think?
I like it. It's obviously there's so much history there. There's a lot of that. You know, you go and see the usual things. You know, like the Eiffel Tower and where Napoleon and the Arch and just different things like that. But it's I did have one experience there that blew my mind. So we went to Paris and then south of South France, which is like Marseille, Toulon, and then we touched Monaco as well. And we go into a little bar. I mean, we're all of age at this time. I want to say it was after my junior year. It was the summer after my junior year. We went on like a little tour. Like Rafe LaFrance was on the team, and Danye Abrams from Boston College, and a few guys. Brevin Knight was on the team as well. And we went on this little tour, and we were actually undefeated. We didn't lose a game. But we went to this bar, and the guy pulls out this huge bottles of liquor and vodka and stuff. And so I just asked the question. I was like, "Yo, man, how much is that?" He was like, $1,500. I was like, "Oh, okay, 1,500 francs." He's like, "No, 1,500 American." I said, I what?" I was like, "What are we drinking and what's in that? Is there gold in there? Like what?" I wanted to know. So they actually bought us. The liaison people, they really took good care of us. We had a good time, man. But hadn't been on a romantic type of situation, but I did go in that, and I enjoyed it. It was cool. I look forward to going back. I think I want to go more to the south, to the Mediterranean side of things.
Yeah, get the Uncle Kev tour lined up.
The food, I didn't really grasp that.
I feel like France isn't known for the food, though, right? You have like crepes and baguettes and whatnot, but like I feel like France is more like the wine.
Yeah, it wasn't. Definitely, the food wasn't great to me, but outside of that, it was enjoyable. The people are, sometimes can like if you try, and I understand it. I'm cool with it. If you try to speak some French, they'll try to help you, but for the most part, they were not very nice. They weren't very friendly.
Like coastal American snobby, or different snobby.
Yeah, like very snooty.
Oh dang!
Very snooty. Not helpful. Like if you was asking,
not Nebraska nice.
Not Nebraska nice. Not good life nice. No.
Dang.
Unfortunately.
Well, the French controlled Canada for a while. Here's our transition. And Canada been cheating for a while in soccer, Stricky.
Yeah.
Not a soccer guy myself, but apparently since at least 2019, Canada has been flying drones over other teams' open practices to film, record. Yes. Closed practices, not Connor Stallions buying a ticket to the game and filming on your phone, the sidelines or whatever. These are closed practices that Canada figured out where the other team was practicing at, had a staffer, not just someone they paid. They had a position on staff. Their analysts go to the practice, hide in or behind the bushes, fly the drone over practice, record it, film it, whatnot. A couple whistleblowers have said, yeah, this has been going on for a while. And the story, Strick, from TSN even says that there's a number of people who applied to work for Team Canada Soccer were told that if you don't do this, you won't get the job. People said, We're not doing this. And Canada said, okay, sucks to be you. You're not getting the job. Gave it to someone else who was willing to go do this.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, this is 2 straight summers of cheating scandals, first Stallions and now Canada.
And allegedly they used it in Tokyo.
Yeah.
For the championships, and
when
ended up winning.
Gold. Yeah.
Ended up winning. So, I mean, in soccer, obviously, when you score, you go into a defensive mode, and then you're looking for opportunities to strike off of mistakes. That's kind of how it is. So everybody plays a certain like formations, and to know those formations prior to, it allows you to be able, especially from an aerial, it allows you to be able to put offensive structures or combinations with players on, to press certain sides of, to see the weaknesses of, and it can be an advantage because your goal is to get the goal, but
Yeah.
to get out ahead, go 1-0. That's your goal. Then you go into defensive mode and then create opportunities off of mistakes. And so if it can give you that type of advantage, man, it's obviously not a good look.
Yeah, here's the quote from the TSN story. Some staff and contractors were told the filming was part of their jobs and that they could lose their positions with the federation if they did not go along with the demands. Here's a quote from one of the whistleblowers. In a couple of scenarios, people have been pushed and have been told you have to give 110%, and this is part of the job. So if you don't feel comfortable with doing this, you do not have a place on the team.
Wow.
Woof.
Wow.
Again,
Yeah.
Canada, maybe not so nice after all. Bunch of cheaters.
Yeah, so Bev Priestman was relieved and of her duties. She had just signed a rolling contract and worked that out to be the coach of the team. You know, I guess through 2027, I want to say. New Zealand brought this to their attention. They ended up losing to them in the pool play. So that's never a great look. But where do they go from here after Kenneth Heiner-Moller leaves, sign her? Where do they go from here? Do you know, I guess maybe they'll be waiting to see how the assistant coach does, but they did release, like you said, an assistant coach, Jasmine Mander, as well as Joseph Lombardi. And how they perform maybe depends on where they go from here. I just don't know, but it's definitely not a good look. But the question then becomes, Austin, like, is this been prevalent in sports, stuff like this? Everybody's been doing little sneaky stuff and is just now kind of coming to the light. Is you know, in a space where it's cutthroat and a lot of people are always trying to find a leg up to get ahead in whatever, whether it be in sport or as coach. Like the pressure, I think, on coaches is at a height that we haven't seen. Now, is integrity coming back, or is this just some like what is coming out of it? Is integrity starting to come back? Is there a shift in that? Or, you know, where are we at this point?
Well, that's the next question, too. If you look at even Canada's head coach, Bev Priestman, who stepped away from the team, not fired, not resigned or anything. She put out a statement that said she's voluntarily stepping back to make sure that, you know, everyone understands, like, hey, I wasn't a part of this, but I'm doing this to make sure that nobody thinks there's anything going on. Do you think she was part of this? Do you think this was happening with her knowledge, right? It's the same conversation we had about Jim Harbaugh. She said in her statement that, yeah, I'm ultimately responsible for all the conduct in this program, so it reflects on me, even if I didn't have any part in it. But come on, you're the head coach. You know, to me, making that statement and saying, oh, I'm voluntarily stepping back just to make sure, you know, no one gets any of the wrong ideas, like that to me isn't a statement of integrity. Like if you're making the PR statement, it's just, yep, I'm going to step away from the team this Olympics. Thank you all for understanding. I hope this process comes to a swift conclusion and my name is cleared. But to say I'm voluntarily stepping back, trying to take the high road, there's no way you didn't know. That's not integrity.
What did you say about the hiring of people that didn't want to do this?
Yeah, they wouldn't get the job.
There you go. So that's where, when I hear that, there's just no way that someone above or without the knowledge of is doing this type of thing within the organization without the coach knowing it. Because the coach has got to put the strategy together. The coach would have to know so that they know what to do to, otherwise, what are you using it for? It doesn't make any sense.
No, or maybe, you know, these filmers just went to the assistant coaches and the assistant coaches came up with these brilliant ideas and the coach was like, hey, you're good at strategy. I like that. Yeah, Cap is right.
Yeah. No. I'm not going for the okie doke on that one.
No banana in the tailpipe for Stricky?
No banana in the tailpipe for that one. That's absolute garbo. and I don't believe a word of it, and I don't think I will. So, no.
What are some of those sports at the Olympics, Strick, that you'll sit down and, have on in the background during the Olympics that you'll never watch, for 3.5 years?
There's one that I like, and every now and then I pick it up and I'll watch it. And that's one is curling.
Okay. Hey, I've done curling.
Have you?
Yeah, not like competitively.
You've done the
I was the guy that let the rock go, and I did the brushing. Yeah.
You have that kind of flexibility to get down that low?
Heck yeah, I do, Stricky.
Okay, well, shoot, you're better than me. I would say that cricket.
Okay.
And rugby. I've watched Australian rules football, but rugby, because I just love it when those Australians and those New Zealands and those Ireland, England, when they get together and battle it out, those Samoans, and I
Would Stricky play rugby?
I could, but I don't know if I'd want to. I don't know if I'd be one of the outside speed guys. And the minute they came
like
up,
your teeth?
I'm flipping it down.
Dropping dimes. You're being
Without
selfless.
pads, I'm throwing it to the next guy. You take this.
That's awesome. For me, it's handball.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Love me some handball.
Okay.
Love watching handball. I hope there's a handball league in Lincoln. If there is, let me know. I will absolutely get involved.
Do you like polo?
Water polo or horse polo?
Water polo.
Water polo is okay. It's just not like fast enough for me. You know, if
they just be in there, listen, they're in that deep water. I don't know how they stay afloat with people hanging on their necks and backs.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Synchronized swimming?
Nah, miss me with it.
They got the things on their nose, and they're like, they got that look on their face. They're like,
right, exactly. I don't get it. Bubba, no, baseball and softball are not part of the Olympics this year. They're hoping to make a push to get that back in 2028. I think that makes a lot more sense when you have actually, baseball fields in America. In 28, you can play across the country, bring them all together in LA for the semis and the finals.
I'll give you one more.
Yeah, what you got?
Fencing.
Ooh, okay.
Actually, I like the strategy of fencing is like, the different places that you're trying to evade with the what do they call it? Lance?
The epee, the foil.
Yeah, the foil.
The little sword thing.
Yeah. You gotta be quick with it.
Yeah, twirl it a little bit. A little flare.
It's like on that commercial back in the day. What'd he say? He said, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that. That's what fencing is to me. You gotta be quicker than that.
Swimming and track are some of those sports for me too.
I mean, those are the fun ones. I watch those.
But even soccer, I don't watch soccer.
I watch World Cup soccer.
I don't.
You don't?
No. Well, number one, because America is bad. I'm not going to turn on random soccer. If Team USA is playing soccer and I'm just flipping through super bored trying to find something to watch, I'll watch it for a couple minutes, but I'll probably see 4 people fall down. I'll see the ball. My biggest issues with soccer, Strick. I don't know if you've ever had this conversation. Number one, soccer needs a backcourt violation, right? As soon as the ball crosses midfield, you can't kick it back on essentially to your backcourt. That's stupid. Forward. Go. I also.
So it's kind of like you hate icing too, then.
Yes.
In hockey.
Yes.
You hate icing.
You go forward. You go forward to score. I also don't like offsides. If people want cherry pick, let them cherry pick. Let them cherry. If they would give up that advantage on defense, more power to them.
Yeah.
Let them cherry pick. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're just whips. So that's why I don't watch soccer.
The foolery and the fakery is just. I thought basketball is bad, but good gosh, soccer is the absolute worst. I mean, I don't
get it.
You just touch. You don't even hit the area, and they're just like, oh! And then all of a sudden you realize, and they pop up, and everything's good. Get out of here.
The ones that get me are the videos we see of the ref trying to have a conversation with people. They'll tap them a little bit, and then they'll flop like, oh, it was the ref. Sorry, I can't do that. I have to stand up.
Yeah. It's crazy. But
Euro weenie kicky ball. Euro weenie kicky ball. That's what soccer is.
There was a discussion that we kind of was going to embark in on WTF on Thursday last night. And it was we didn't get to the question, but if you were going to play a sport and you were a young savant, talented and gifted, would you play soccer? Would you play baseball? Would you play football? Or would you do like F1 racing?
Let's have that discussion when we get back. How about that?
Interesting.
Think about it. 402-464-5685. We'll take your thoughts to wrap up Hour 1 on the Block.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer. Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all. O Street Carpet. 1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Looking for a place to host a one-of-a-kind private game day experience for your staff or clients? Courtyard Marriott downtown is just blocks from the stadium and steps away from all the fanfare. You'll enjoy use of an entire entertainment space, including outdoor courtyard, accommodations for 250-plus guests. Party starts 3 hours before kickoff, and they'll clean up while you go and enjoy the game. Call Courtyard Marriott at 402-904-4800 for more info or to book your pregame party today. Limited dates available.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall. Join us on Monday, July 29th at Buffalo Wings and Rings at 68th and O to celebrate the company's 40th anniversary. Enjoy 40% off wings all day and your favorite sports talk hosts on air from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come hang with us for the 40th anniversary party on Monday, July 29th at the 68th and O Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Strick, you had a question for people. What was the Strick? If you could specialize in a sport, what was that?
If you're an athletic savant and you could do whatever, it didn't matter. You were just that gifted. Which sport would you choose? I'm saying it's not like a question of whether or not you're going to make it. You are Lewis Hamilton. You are Max Verstappen. You are the next Messi or Ronaldo. You're your boy, Bobby Witt Jr. You know what I'm saying? Mike Trout.
Now we're talking.
And then,
hey, that's my other boy.
You're Michael Jordan. The next
your boy.
One. You're not your boy. I'm not going to say your boy. You're not Ben Simmons. You're not them. You're one that's.
Dang. Dang. You had to go there.
You're Pat Mahomes. You're that.
Hey, speaking of Pat Mahomes, that man is a bargain right now.
Yeah.
At $45 million.
But you know why he did that? Yeah. He read the tea leaves.
Chestnut checkers.
Yeah. What would you do? What would be your pathway that you felt would give you and maximize your monetary value in the marketplace?
Maximizing the monetary value in the marketplace for the game itself in terms of contracts, at least in America, it's baseball. If you're telling me I'm going to be at the pinnacle of the sport, baseball with no salary cap, yeah, I'm taking that contract. But do I want to grind out 162 games in the heat? All those flights, I don't know. NBA money is getting better. It's getting there. NFL, I've never really been a contact guy. Soccer, far too much running, far too much flopping. But the money, if you're telling me I'm Messi good or Pele good, I might suck it up and learn how to run a couple miles for that level of money? I don't know. But my gut would tell me it would go baseball, basketball, probably soccer for the money before football, and also probably easier to market worldwide with soccer. Unless I'm stuck in the MLS, right? If I'm stuck playing MLS soccer, I'm not about it. But if you tell me I'm getting like Premier League or whatever, sure, I could suck it up for the paycheck for soccer.
I absolutely love you guys on the text line. He's not on our show, but Dustin Lake offered. He was a little bit earlier. Harper 8. I was on Harper 6. He probably wasn't there when I was. Maybe he was, but Harper 6 is where it was at.
Hey, Sando 6 is where it was at.
Bubba says, Strick, have you seen the LeBron James flop? He definitely would be able to fit in the soccer. That would have definitely been something for him. But I'll come back to some of you. You guys appreciate you guys for tapping in on that question. We got more to get to, and we'll definitely do so. But for me, when I saw Mbappe's contract, I was like, I'm all for it. like Kylian Mbappe, I'm all for it. Like I'm down to run around, kind of walk around a little bit, it's coming to my area, a little sprint. I'm going for it. I'm on side. Oh, here we go. Oh, header. Yeah, I'm all for that. I got a little hops. I got a nice big head. I can run a little bit, got a little physicality. I can box you out. I could put you in a spin cycle. I can hit you with a nutmeg, and then I'm scoring. Give me the Mbappe contract. I'm good to go.
Okay. Jesse in Milford says, Hunter play basketball. Texter 1000 says basketball. You could play till you're 50. No, I really don't think you're playing basketball till you're 50.
That's cap.
Thomas and Lincoln says golf. Not much wear and tear on the body, and high pay per event. Are we talking like top 10 golfer in the world? Top 5? We talking you're the next Tiger? Where are we at for golf in your mind, Strick?
Oh, the mental barrage that I know golf brings to me just on
and you get
riding
those athletes,
a freaking cart.
You get those athletes, though.
Oh, man. I understand Thomas and Lincoln. I definitely understand the psyche of it, but I don't know, man. 4 days. Yeah, you don't play every day. You kind of just casually go out. I would say not for me because I hate freaking practice. Like, I hate golf practice. Literally, I hate it. I can't stand it.
You just get
golf. I do it, and I go out, but like going in the sand, working out of the sand for 15, 20 minutes, boom, hitting balls. Okay, you got to hit short range balls, long range balls. Then putting practice. Then you got to put sticks up and make sure you're hitting that. No, bro, I'm out. I'm out on that. Miss me.
We have Harold Spears say, I would be a kicker in football for sure. You're not getting much money there, though.
Ain't a lot of cashola in that, but there, I guess if you're like Adam Vinatieri or someone like that, where you're around for 20 years.
How much money do you think Adam Vinatieri made?
I'm going to guess he's made over the course of his career at least $40 million.
All right, let's get Spotrac pulled up here. Harold Sphere says, enough to live comfortably. Okay, I can respect that. Let's see here.
What do you got?
Trying to find it. I'm only seeing his contract for the... Oh, wait, okay. Can you do mental math here?
Let me get my calculator out. Okay, because my mental math is not mathing. Go ahead.
All right, 3.625 million.
3.625 million.
Oh,
wait, hold on. I put the point in there. That's not good. 3.625 million.
6 million.
Plus 6 million.
Plus 5 million.
Plus 5 million.
Plus 9.2 million.
Plus 9.2 million.
Plus 12 million.
Damn. Let me get my kick on.
Okay, you got the 12?
Yeah.
Okay, plus 2.5.
2.5 million.
Plus 5.375.
Plus 5.375.
Yep.
Million.
2.5 mil.
2.5 million.
238,000.
238,000.
And then 310,000.
310,000.
What we got?
And what did Stricky say?
You said 40?
45. No.
Dang, Stricky.
It is,
Look at you.
46,748,000.
Shee. From 1996 through 2018.
That's a good chunk of change. Just booting the ball through a goalpost.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
Enough to live
Good
comfortably.
change.
Augie says long snapper, they can play forever. That's grueling. That is grunt work. You can also be replaced very easily. Brad says baseball, you don't have to be in shape or athletic.
Okay, John Kruk.
How much money did John Kruk make in his career?
Okay, John Kruk. What did you do? John Kruk was like the John Daly. It's crazy that they carry both names of golf. John Daly in golf was John Kruk of baseball.
John Kruk made 60,000, 110,000, 250, 450, 655, 1.1 mil, 2.3 mil, 2.4, 2.4, and 1 mil in his career.
Yeah, barely 20 mil? If under
Not
20
even.
mil? Yeah,
Not
like
even.
16?
Yeah.
15?
The last 5 years of his career, he made like 11.
Phillies.
12 mil. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Let's go to break. Let's keep talking some money. Cash. It rules everything around Stricky.
That's a fact.
Or something like that. Roster limits in college football, college basketball, baseball, volleyball, all those sports. Want to get into that, what it means for Nebraska, how we think those coaches handle those, how will different programs at different levels handle those, all that and more. Hour 2 of On the Block.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
NEBCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical. Team up with Action and install a new Bradford white water heater in your home. And if we win the conference championship this season, you'll get a full refund. Don't fumble this opportunity. Sack your old water heater this season and score big with Action. Visit actionlincoln.com/Huskers to learn more.
Promotion valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with Approved Credit.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Here we go again. We're in the second half of a Friday show with On the Block. Thank you guys for all of your comments and your thoughts on the last question of whether or not you would, if you were the savant, whether or not you would be able to do it in what sport and where you would feel comfortable and where you would believe that you could monetize your paperwork at a high level. And so we appreciate you guys for doing so. But we're going to continue on in the discussion because I'm really interested in this one because there's some changes coming. And where you are within the changes that are now starting to take shape, how you handle them, how you manage them, how you kind of get ahead, how you retain, all of these things are seem to be magnified now. So what has come out is new roster limits are finding their ways into college athletics. So the question then will become, what does that mean? What does that mean? How are coaches going to manage these situations now that they know that this is possible? And then does this kind of speak now to having basically a salary cap? Not cap, but having something, is it still at the 22 million mark at this particular point? Like, does this then add into play with the limits, what you got, who do you prioritize? Just all these different things now come in. And it seems to me that it's pushing itself towards a pre-professional style and model.
I think you're onto something there. The 105 as it relates to football, I think is a big deal. There are some programs that, every program in Division I carries 85 scholarships. You can have up to 85 scholarship players. You just can't go over that. This is going to expand the number of scholarships you can give out by 20, but then every player on your roster has to be on scholarship. Because to your point about the pre-professional model, Strick, what does it do for a place like Nebraska that has, sometimes peaked at 150, 160 players, listed on the roster? Obviously, half of them not even travel to road games. They can all be on the sidelines or whatnot. What it would do is it might introduce the concept of cuts or practice squads. You can keep so many around, right? So those student athletes wouldn't get the scholarship. I'm sure they get a stipend or NIL deal of some sort. Like, hey, sorry you didn't make the cut. You're not in the 105. Your practice reps are limited, but we can use you in, this capacity or that capacity. If you're willing to stick around, we'll pay you, $10,000 a semester or something to do something for us. I don't know, but it's going to be a market change for a lot of programs, because you think about part of what makes, Alabama, Georgia, all these dynasties so great isn't just that they have the best top end talent. It's the depth of talent that they can do that year after year after year.
Mm-hmm.
And the transfer portal isn't going anywhere, right? So this 105 doesn't change that. But now it'll be interesting to see which schools prioritize, getting up to 105 scholarships of the 105 best players they can possibly find, or how many still go up to 85 and then have 20 walk-ons fill out the rest of the, 105-man roster to try to save some money. Because that's, I think, going to be the next balancing, of the powers in the sport is who's going all in, who's offering all 105 scholarships every year. Is that an advantage because you think you can get maybe some better players in the door? Or is it a disadvantage because you're spending that much on, 20, 30, 40 players that'll never see the field? Just how tested do you want your starters to be in practice? Just how much of an insurance? It's really what it is. Those last 30 spots on the roster, how much are you willing to pay for your insurance policy? In case someone goes down, in case you get down to your third string. That's kind of how I view the 105 for college football right now.
So here's the thing to add on to this question that I have in my mind is, yes, now you've limited this. Who does it affect most? And so I'll just caveat it with this quick conversation that I had with a father who happens to have a son that is in high school, seems to have good size, got a little look at some of his film, not too bad. But we're talking football.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking rosters now being limited. Who does it affect more? Because I think the effect, it's never going to affect the top tier guys, your 5 stars, your 4 stars, not even your 3s. When you start getting into those lower tiers, I'm talking about high school kids,
mm-hmm.
because now even the top tier kids are dealing with transfer portals. So is it just what the organization's model is that's going to determine how they go after things? Because it seems that a lot of programs, especially at this level, now you're shrinking and you can't bring a lot of these people in. These programs now, with those shrinking of numbers, do they redivert their models towards transfer portal guys that have been in the weight room, guys that have already been seasoned, guys that understand terminologies, guys that have been on campus and understand what the college life is like, as opposed to getting a young, guy in with really no knowledge of how they're going to transition from the high school game to the college game. I don't know. Just how does it affect and who does it affect?
I think the groups that are going to benefit are going to be the top end guys, right? The 4 or 5 stars that are highly sought after, highly recruited, because they're going to be safe. They're going to get the money that proves that they're secure. I also wonder if we don't see something like the NFL model right now, Strick, where there's not a lot of those, middle class, middle tier contracts. It's, are we paying the stars? And how many guys can we get on the minimum, to be able to succeed? Or even like the 49ers, right? Or the Cowboys right now, paying big money to a handful of guys, rounding out the roster with good identification, with good development at the bottom of the roster where it's cheaper. The Yahoo article that I'm reading from right here says, as they do now, schools are not required to distribute scholarships to each player. For instance, many schools are unlikely to use a full 34 scholarships for baseball, choosing instead to offer grants to only a portion of its roster and leave walk-on opportunities. Okay, so that benefits walk-ons. That benefits in-state guys just looking for a shot. It hurts some of those fringy 3-star prospects, right? That are ranked, they went to some camps you see the potential in, but that are 2-3 years away. These guys, might think they're closer than they actually are to being on the field, or coaching staffs, or not even the coaching staff, right? Because if you're going to recruit a guy, you're going to believe in his potential. General managers, athletic directors, or whoever's managing the budget for these programs might say, hey, I know you like this prospect, but he's not going to see the field for 3 years. It doesn't make sense for us to pay him, cut him, get a cheaper walk-on that's going to, be happier with $10,000, $15,000 or just cost of attendance. So I think those are going to be some of the trade-offs. But here's another interesting part here. All sports, again, according to this Yahoo article written by Ross Dellinger, all sports will be considered equivalency sports, meaning partial scholarships can be distributed to players. Right now, football and basketball, for example, are headcount sports, which means if you're on scholarship, you get the full value of that scholarship. Unlike baseball, where you have 11.7 scholarships to distribute to the full roster right now. So not a lot of guys get full scholarships, but a lot of them get bits and pieces. So do we see the equivalent of 105 scholarships, whatever dollar amount that works out to? Do you see, for example, the top 70, your travel roster, for example, get full scholarships, and then you break off, for the rest of the 35, do you try to save money to give to scholarships in other sports so you give partial scholarships to the last 35 guys on your roster?
It's going to be a matter of if they're going to go for it, because here's what you're going to have. Now, what I've seen in the past is I've actually seen walk-on players become great stars on the football field, right? So being that you've seen that, if you start splitting up and then you become, is it that you just kind of work your way into the 75? Is it kind of giving you some motivation? Like, it depends on what it's for. Like, if you just come to me and say, well, I'm breaking up your scholarship and, so forth and so on, and there's really no good answer as to the why, then it can cause some dissension. Like, it can cause some frustration. It can cause some issues, I think. But I think if you take it into account that, look, we have 75 full scholarships
that we're willing to give.
We're going to do this, but it's going to put you in competition, because I guarantee you not every university is doing that. Are you going to lose a pretty talented development type of guy because of it? Because if another school is not doing a similar type of model, then they're going to bounce, because there's going to be another school, and let's just say Iowa State, Colorado State,
K-State,
I mean,
Kansas,
anywhere in the surrounding areas might say, you know what, now bump that. We got
North Dakota State.
We got you. We got you on a full. And of course, guess where he's going to go?
Full.
So it's going to be a tricky game that you're playing. But if you feel that you're really good and you're sound in your development principles, and you feel that you can get talent that you can massage by giving that and use it as a motivation tool. But I will say a good thing it can do, it'll weed out some of the ones that just glad to be here with a shirt on it says black shirt or whatever, and they just get excited just to have the helmet on and to be in the tunnel. It'll weed that out because the ones that want to be there, if you can explain to them the real reason as to what this is about, they may buy into it. So it's just it's a cultural change. It's something that's going to change the way things are done. And you just got to figure out how you can tell the message and get it through to those to work that system.
Do you trust Matt Rule to be positive, encouraging, and tactful in sharing the message to the guys he might have to cut?
I'd have to say, yeah, because of what he's just done up to this point. The type of retention that he's been able to have for the most part, guys are gonna move. That's just part of the game, the reality of the situation. But I think he's done a good job at messaging. One, who you've been able to get to come. Two, we haven't gotten into it, how we're not on the same level NIL wise as some of these other programs.
Right.
I mean, we have things going on in the SEC and just within our own conference with how, NIL has been in effect.
Well, we heard from Matt Rule about that yesterday from Media Days, right? He said, we're doing pretty well for where we are, but we still have work to do, right? Yeah. You hear Ohio State's already splashing around $15 million essentially per year in its football team. Nebraska's not anywhere close to 15.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, you want to play Lil Kim, and some of y'all maybe not listen to it, but songs come to my head. She said something. You want to rumble with the B, huh? Like, if you're Nebraska, if you want to rumble with the B, the big boys, then you gotta have to pay the paperwork. Like, it's unfortunate. Like, okay, let me give you a good example. Remember I talked about Paris? We talked about Paris. You said, Stricky, did you go to Paris? Yeah, I did. Let me give you an example, a great metaphor that you can see what I'm talking about having to play in the big boys sandbox and in the big boys playground and not in the sandbox with the little tots. Okay. So when we was in Paris, there's casinos in Monaco, right? And there's one casino that's down the hill, and there's one casino that it looks like you're walking up the yellow brick road, or you're in the Wizard of Oz, and you're you know what I'm saying? You're going to see the wizard. And we said, oh, this casino's cool. We walked through it. It was cool. Nobody bothered us. We started to go to the top. We said, let's go up there. Let's see what's going on. We didn't even get to the door.
You got thrown out of the club?
Why? Because this is for the big boys. Only the big high rollers can go in this door. If you ain't a big boy and you can't display it immediately by way of showing that you in the big boy club, you couldn't go in. We couldn't even set foot on the carpet. That's what I'm talking about. You see the picture of what I'm saying?
I do.
Nebraska's down right now is at the regular casino. Everybody's doing slots and having a good time. Yeah, you got some rollers down there, but if you want to play with the big boys, you got to have to step it up.
I'm glad you go that route because we got a text from Gorilla Bear on our Starter Human text line at 402-464-5685. He says, Power 5 teams are going to start using Group of 5 teams as minor league teams.
I can see that.
It's already happening to some degree, but we forget just how many guys transfer out of Power 5s down a level.
That's true.
Either lower in Power 5s or down to Group of 5s as well, right? So, yes, they're going to, right? If there's a player that's succeeding at the Group of 5 level, yes, Power 4 now teams are going to want to poach them. They're going to make them a nice offer and say, hey, we can give you this on top of our better facilities, experience, exposure, all that, right? That's been going on forever in college sports. But I would advise people to check out the transfer numbers, right? Just because you transfer doesn't mean you transfer up. Right? How many times do we see guys go to a location, it's not what they thought it was going to be, their skills don't match up, they get stuck like you're
purgatory.
Saying. Right.
Like they're just like...
So you got to go to the MAC. You got to go to the WCC, something like that. So for every guy that transfers up, there's at least one, if not two, that have to transfer down. To your example, right? You weren't allowed in the big boys casino up top. Guess what? Some of those big boys lose money. They go up, they show up, they think they can hang, they lose their money. Where do they have to go? Downstairs. And guess what? Since they've been up, they can work their way up again. But if you lose your money, you got to go back and start somewhere. So they got to start at the bottom and climb their way back up.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. And I really My thing here at Nebraska is that why are we always second or last to the party?
Because we're nice guys.
In everything. And I mean, I'm real. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. 402-464-5685. I would venture to say that back in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 80s, maybe even back to the Vandy, I would say we were probably on the cutting edges of doing things uniquely. I could even say it in basketball because Nebraska had figured out a way to tap into, at this time, it was something called Prop 48. But Nebraska was good at it. Nebraska staff was excellent at knowing how to navigate the rules of that game. The rules have continued to shift. And I would say since the mid to late 90s, we've gotten complacent, and we've been at the back end of getting ahead of the moves and the shifts in what's happening within, the college space.
Are you more worried about complacency at Nebraska or lack of ability? Because the lip service, at least, is, oh yeah, we want to win. We need to get Nebraska back to where it was. Do you think that Nebraska's power brokers, decision makers, don't actually believe what they're saying and they're collecting their checks so they're happy? Or do you think it's the wrong people in charge that don't know how to get Nebraska back to a spot of advantage?
I think it's a combination of both. I think it really is a combination of both. I think sometimes probably some of their staffs want to do so, but they may be hand strap, bootstrap, whatever you want to call it, to where
cash strapped.
They're not given the ability to do so, right? I actually like what Rule is doing with what he's been given. He's added staff. He understands that
2 coaches per position, he says.
This is he really, because he understands we're going to have to develop. If we're not going to be doing it, I'm going to have to pay more people to get the most out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't strain. I need to be able to, like, if one is handling business here, one is on the phone, and one is retaining these guys and keeping them here. Like I think he gets that. I just think some of the other programs are doing the best they can. I mean, shout out to Fred, shout out to Amy. We know what Cook does in volleyball. I think he's on the cutting edges of doing it with what he's been gifted and given. You know what I mean?
I do. And I think that's a great spot to jump off next segment. Nebraska football, Nebraska volleyball are not in the same spot, right? Nebraska football might have to back off a little bit, not offer as many scholarships, but volleyball went up from 12 to 18. Can Nebraska volleyball hoard talent by paying full scholarships to all 18 players? That's a discussion I think is worth having, and how can football get there, as well as how our SEC coach is handling it, and a good text from Thomas and Lincoln on the text line when we get back to On the Block.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage, 402-420-6277, or judsonirrigation.com.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor at just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hey, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's official. Wedding season is here, and we know that every detail counts. From bridal party gifts to the finishing touches for the bride and groom, discover our exclusive selection of watches and fine jewelry. Did you know we even offer in-house engraving? Celebrate your special day with a personal touch and a timeless gift they'll cherish forever. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane. There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the block. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland with you for another 20, 30 minutes or so before old school, before we get you off to the Royals versus the Cubs. Nick, you and I are enemies this weekend. Down with the Cubs. What you can do is you can just leave Justin Steele, Shota Imanaga, and Cody Bellinger on the doorstep when you leave on Sunday. the Royals will gladly take it. Actually, how about this? The Royals will travel to Chicago. Maybe they have the same flight to take on the White Sox after that. So if the Cubs are headed back home to Wrigley, just leave those players at O'Hare or Midway, whichever one, and they can find a ride to the South Side, join the Royals there. We're talking some roster limits and some money, how schools are going to make it work. We just got done with football, Strick, but you brought up the John Cook has Nebraska volleyball rolling, doing things the right way. And we know that a big point of pride for Nebraska volleyball is that it's not a resource drain, right? It's not taking money from the athletic department. It's actually making money. It's self-sustaining, which I think is a big point in its favor, especially as volleyball expands its scholarship limit. Right now, it's at 12 players. The new rules have volleyball at 18 players that you can have on scholarship. Now, I think there's an argument to be made that Nebraska could keep rolling with 12 and be just fine. But I can only assume Texas is going to spend money to get deeper. Stanford's probably going to be in that conversation. You're still competing with Wisconsin in your own conference. Penn State wants to work its way back to the top. Kentucky, Pitt, Louisville, all competition there. Minnesota's been really good. So Nebraska might not be able to get away with only providing 12 scholarships. Whereas football, I don't think necessarily needs to go all the way up to 105 to be competitive with this staff. I think Nebraska volleyball could keep pressing its advantages by being one of the first to build up that depth and start giving out 18 full scholarships.
I think if you want to remain the top tier juggernaut that you are, I think you want to get ahead. Remember, I just talked about we're just not willing to step out and be in the forefront. We want to play catch up. Other people step out and do stuff, and yeah, we're like, okay. Then we do lip service for about a year or two. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, we're on board. Yeah, we're having conversations. I like it. Get excited. Then nothing happens. Then you're forced to, because now others smaller than you, others that are below you, they've caught up too. They're getting on board. They're getting in the game. And now you're like, oh, wait, oh yeah, we can't be left behind. No, you should have been at the forefront. And I think that's what we haven't done. But I hope Cook and the volleyball staff doesn't fall into that lake of fire.
I'm with you. Gorilla Bear says all recent administrations at Nebraska have seemed much more reactive than proactive.
My boy. Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, Gorilla Bear, you just threw out a gorilla statement, so I just got excited. Sorry.
Yeah, you got the monkey off Stricky's back there. Yeah. Yes, generally agree, but if you tell me that I'm a pie-eyed, pie in the sky, starry-eyed optimist, lover, homer, Kool-Aid drinker, whatever, go for it. There's a part of me that wonders if Nebraska is being proactive, but the rules haven't changed yet. Maybe Nebraska's not as far ahead as it will want to be, but I think Trev Alberts was working ahead on these changes coming down the pike. I think Troy Dannon, with the conversations he's been in, around the college football playoff on some of these big boards, I don't think Nebraska is necessarily poorly positioned. Now, when the moment comes, you got to strike while the iron's hot. You can't do all this work ahead of time to build up to it and then fizzle out. We won't know, for a while if Nebraska's actually, ahead on this stuff, if it's in the same place as all the other athletic departments across the country, if it's actually behind. But yes, I would totally agree that for the last 5 to 10 years at least, maybe even everything since moving to the Big Ten, maybe Nebraska has been reactive outside of pushing to play football during COVID, right? Nebraska's on the forefront of that for the Big Ten, trying to get play back. Nebraska might have been ahead of the curve in jumping from the Big 12 to the Big 10, but maybe the more prescient move would have been to chill, to pump the brakes and wait, right? Maybe that was an overreaction by Nebraska. I don't know. Maybe it's a hope. Maybe I'm reading the tea leaves right or wrong. I guess we'll see. But I want to give Nebraska a little bit of credit for working ahead behind the scenes. And I would like to think some better things are coming.
So my question then would be, as you're listening to Dannon and what's going on down there, just down the road, is there a laser-eyed focus on football? Because how would Bolt feel? How is softball going to feel? Does track feel that we're going to be able to stay on par? And I think track has done a great job for us being a Midwestern cold town. We're not like A&M. We're not like Florida. We're not like, a lot of those high level track locations, Texas. But is there a laser eye focus? Is the discussion tailored towards, or is football the model to then use to maybe start branching out? Like, where that's the question that I have, because if we're just laser focused on one, the others will then fall by the wayside. And Amy and what's going on in women's basketball and men's basketball, they're not going to be able to stay on par, and then it's going to be late. Then you're getting into reactive mode again. So that's why I want to make sure that it's not laser focused on just the football.
Well, yeah, and I think that's an incredibly astute point. The problem Nebraska's facing is that because it's been reactive for so long, in order to get proactive, you have to do triple, quadruple the work, right? Just doing the same amount of work that everyone else is doing right now is going to keep you right where you are, right? You have to work 2, 3, 4 times as hard. You have to accomplish 2, 3, 4, 5 different things at once to start gaining back the ground that you've lost. And we're starting to see some of those gains potentially, right? I mean, 22nd in the Director's Cup, I think, is what Nebraska finished, 22nd, 26th in that range. That's the best finish in a while, right? So a lot of sports are trending up, are trending in the right direction. And Nebraska, I think, does want to be an everything athletic department. I think that's what Nebraska prides itself on, right? Football has the name, the brand recognition. Volleyball's been good for a while. The basketball programs have popped up. Baseball and softball have some history. Bowling, track, gymnastics has been pretty good recently as well. Wrestling, obviously. So I think Nebraska prides itself on being in an everything athletic department. You can't stop that now, and you probably have to double or triple down on that now.
The picture I got in my head when you said what you just said is double the work. I'm a guy who likes certain movies and shows. There was one called Squid Game, and there's others out there as well. But I'm speaking about rope, tug of war. In tug of war, if you don't do the work ahead of time, you get behind, causing you to have to do extra work because the flag is now not in your favor.
Right.
So you've got to try to get the flag back to even. You've got to do hard work.
It's like getting down 15 points in basketball.
You know what I'm saying? But so I see what you're saying by that analogy, because it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take you to dig in. It's going to take you to grind it out, but it's going to come ultimately down to, is there a willingness from an organizational stance to want to do that? It can't just be one. It can't be just a vision. It has to be the groundwork as well.
It's got to happen.
It's got to happen.
Good stuff there. We'll go to break. We'll cross it over with Old School to wrap up a Friday show, get you on your way to your weekend.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. It's official. Wedding season is here, and we know that every detail counts. From bridal party gifts to the finishing touches for the bride and groom, discover our exclusive selection of watches and fine jewelry. Did you know we even offer in-house engraving? Celebrate your special day with a personal touch and a timeless gift they'll cherish forever. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
If it was the Big Ten and the SEC and the Big 12 and the ACC's idea to kick back to grow the game at lower levels, we wouldn't have these conversations. Right. But because the NCAA is asking them to do that, it feels like they're getting their wallet stolen, money taken out of it, and it's not their idea, so they're against it.
Yeah.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrapping it up on a Friday. Austin Norman with you. Stricky had today if he's got business to take care of. That means DP.
Sirski.
How was Indy?
Hey, yo.
For the shoe.
Hey, yo. Do it for the shoe.
shoe.
So I have to tell you, so I know that you're not the biggest wrestling fan. But there's a thing happening in pro wrestling that directly applied to you.
Oh boy.
In Indy. And so there's a woman, the women's champion is a bit of an icon, a throwback to the early 1900s in her style and persona.
Okay.
Timeless. She's timeless. She's timeless Tony Storm. And she came up with a phrase for some of her behavior. And she said, I am top notch. I look forward and up. So ladies, and I'm paraphrasing, chest out, chin up, chest out. And then what she would do is once she walked away, she would take off her pump and throw it at an opponent. She would throw the pump, and then she would finish her phrase, chest out, chin up, chest out. Watch out for the shoe. Well, and it's such an iconic thing on social media, but in Indy, there's a guy walking outside of Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts, and he has on a shirt. And on it is Tony Storm on one side, but on the back, it's Anthony Richardson saying, and watch out for the shoe. And I just went, bruh, if I had known where that shirt came from, Austin Orman would have this shirt immediately.
Man.
Like it was such a cool kind of vibe. And I just thought, wow. So next year, again, I've said this to you in private, I'll say it to you publicly. Next year when we go to Big Ten Media, you will be with us. You being in that building, there's nobody that deserves to be in that building as much as you do.
And I will take a towel.
Right.
I'm telling you. Was the locker room cool?
Right. So, well, here's the other thing is, so the ticket has become a bit iconic at Big Ten Media because technically we're a local station in every facet, every box you check. But as I've said and made clear, we have national talent. We just happen to be on a local station. And when we show up, especially as we showed up the last few years, other media folks want to be a part of what we're doing and want us to be a part of what they're doing. So our guys get asked all the time, hey, can you come do a segment for us? So when we split up, it's a couple of reasons. One, we're taking a tour of the stadium. Two, we're doing somebody else's podcast. And three, we're going to try to find food. And they're very small windows for you to get food because they only have it out there from noon to 2. But that's usually when coaches are speaking. Tight window.
That's why Nick got the veggie sandwich with one veggie on it.
This was such a major mistake that this was an eggplant sandwich with, I don't even remember what the other vegetable was. Like it was
Does
just
it matter?
It was a vegetable sandwich. And they had like a turkey sub, but the bread was the size of a helmet. And the turkey was
a shaving, probably.
Right. Like it was shaved ham and it was turkey and it wasn't a thing. Like previous years, they had you had a full hamburger / cheeseburger bar. Yeah, right. Fresh, freshly cooked burgers, all the sides and fixings trimmed up, cut up on display. Every 6-7 different kinds of cheese, several different kinds of buns, like just full salad bar, chips and or fries, depending on what your preference was. Hot dogs, brats. Chicken sandwiches, chicken breast. You can either make a sandwich, like you can make a chicken salad. You could do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Except for this year, somebody made just a terrible decision. And this year, because it's bigger, more teams, Austin, it was hilarious because they didn't know who was coming or for how long. So on day one,
you didn't have to RSVP or something.
Well, you kind of did, but I'm not sure it reached food and beverage.
Okay.
Right? That to know that there were 500 credentials given out. Okay. 500 people are there covering.
Mm-hmm.
not just all the other stuff, but covering, credentialed. But it didn't say whether, you're coming. Are you coming for Michigan State for the day? Are you're going to be there the whole week? Are you going to, you come, like for us, we were there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to factor that number in for the whole day. Well, they figured 150 for day one is what the F&B director, and I'm an old F&B guy, so I understand. And the F&B director goes, yeah, our numbers were off. We're way off. We were expecting 150 people. 300 showed up on day one. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of when they show up.
See, that's interesting to me because we were having this conversation on air yesterday. Which day of Big Ten media was the best? Because Ohio State was clearly the headliner day one. That to me was intentional, that you want to spotlight Ohio State in their return. Day two was pretty good. Day three, you had your two playoff participants and then the bright, shiny toy in Oregon. So I think day one, it makes sense for people to be there, but I also thought day one was kind of a dud from the actual media perspective.
It's why you're there. Tell you what, let's take that, put the ID in, and we'll address that.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
So and it depended on why you were there. Like, what are you a fan of? Or what's your mission? And for me, it's an accumulation of data. It's an accumulation of data. Vibe, energy, purpose. Like Big Ten will tell you what their purpose is on day one. They will introduce folks. Now, then there's the party planning, the event planning, which says, well, if you go to a concert, the opening act is not the best act. That's not it. You want to build to a crescendo and then pop. But then it's also like a music festival. And you can't ask people to hang around all day just to get to Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, no, at least give me back. Right? Give me something early in the day, right? Give me something. Give me, give me something good. I thought day one was the best energy dump because it's the nerves, all the uncertainty, all the curiosity.
New, fresh, exciting,
right?
Day one.
This
adrenaline.
Well, because all the logos are different. The logo placement is different. Everything that is existed in the Big 12, in the Big 10, 12, doesn't exist anymore. So now you've got to reprogram, repackage with the Big 10, 14. And now you're the Big 10, 18. And then, okay, what's the mantra going to be? How's it going to lay out? And when you look on the wall and you see 18 Big 10 teams, and
that's a lot.
It's they have the uniform display, and you walk down and it's pretty breathtaking, really.
It took you like 5 minutes to make the walk through all the uniforms.
Right. But to see UCLA and USC in the middle of it, like, wait a minute. Like, you kind of sing this on one of these things is not like the other one. But then you go, but wow, the possibilities. And then day two, because it's in full, it's Nebraska Day. In our mind, it's Nebraska Day, but also not Nebraska Day.
Iowa Day, USC Day, Penn State Day.
Right. Like, and Austin, I love it so much because you get to see program, culture, and personality. You get to see style. Where are you from? Who's your star? Who's your dude? Right? And it's a bit of a fashion show, but it's also a bit of a stare off. And it is amazing.
Do you get UFC weigh-in vibes from Big Ten media days?
100%. Like, so I forget who the guy was for UCLA. Big Polynesian tackle. And he looks like a dude. Like, just massive, thick. Like, hey, I will take these hands to knock your wall down. And as he walked up, so they went to Sirius, who was next to us. And Sirius got everybody. We got most people. Sirius got everybody. But Nebraska walked up after UCLA. And the big lineman got up, and Austin, he eyeballed Ben Scott and Ty Robinson, and it was a statement. It was a statement. Like, we call it looking at you like you're small. From head to toe. You know, you drop your head at somebody like, oh, that's it?
Where's the rest of you?
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you bring into the party?
Mm-hmm. Which is why I'm off the bus last next year at Media Days.
Right. Listen, it really is a thing. We understand it because, and I'll be nice in saying this. I'll be nice in saying this. There were Nebraska media there who didn't quite measure up. Because, so we're sitting and we're mid in the middle of the tribe, right? Radio Row. But people are walking up to us to sit down. They're coming to be on the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 6:30. And Rick Neuheisel was like, oh, let's go. The boys are here. Like, let's go. DP, you want me? Yeah.
Yeah, coach.
Rick, yeah, coach. I think we can, and then he gets up and walks by several other media people who are just kind of left to go, sir? Like, hand raised, like, can we get a minute? No. Well, you spent 20 with them. Yeah, they're them. You're you. And it happened. Neuheisel gets up, and again, none of this is planned.
Mm-hmm.
And up walks in a full purposeful stride, as only a Penn State middle linebacker can do. Matt Millen walks up, and let's go. And he's all in. When we look, there were times when I looked at other radio stations there, and I felt bad. Because they didn't have an Amon Green. They didn't have an Adam Carricker. They didn't have a Jay Form. Like, it's different. And I'm not begrudging, hey, that you have to be an athlete to get to have pull. But in that space of alphas, if you're Donovan Edwards, who do you want to seek out on Media Row? The best running back in the room.
If you don't think you're him already, but.
Well, none of them thought they were better than Amon because each one of them went to class.
So they know their history. Good.
They went to class. Well, here's the other thing. The coaches knew the history.
Mm-hmm.
Every Big Ten coach is a fan of Ticket Town. Every Big Ten coach is like, yep. I mean, Neuheisel talks about, geez, this has got to be pretty daunting to come over here. If you're you're somebody that's bidding to be all Big Ten running back and you're not sure, well, here's this guy. Measure to that. Like, how many guys in here think they're a top 6 NFL first-round pick, like Adam Carricker? Like, how many of these linemen walk in the building and go, yeah. And how many of these linebackers in their wildest dreams can imagine that they're going to lead the NFL in tackling one year? So it really is. You measure up. Listen, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I will take our squad over everybody else's squad all day, every day. And I don't care what collegiate sport it is. I don't care. I will take our squad at the ticket over everybody else's squad, because we walked in and the Big Ten people said, thank you. Thank you for coming and we look forward to you guys being here because you add so much to the day. So,
hey, we look forward to you guys coming home. Glad you made it back.
Oh, listen, I was tired. I got back. I think I got home at midnight. Yeah, man, it's a lot because you get up at 5:30.
Yeah.
Leave the arena at 5. Yeah. A lot of talking.
Hey, 2 hours of old school.
You
got that in you?
A lot of talking. I got it in me. Got it in me.
That's a radio pro.
Yeah, I got it in me. We're going to have some fun talking about Big Ten media and what's coming up as they go to camp next week.
Wednesday. That's when it gets going. We'll talk about that. I'm sure plenty more on the way for Old School. Huge thanks to Nebco for sponsoring On the Block. Don't go anywhere. Old School with DP and myself comes your way next.
Hey, Nebraska football fans, it's defensive lineman Ty Robinson, and I've got a winning play for you with Action Plumbing.